You know that strange moment when the world suddenly becomes too quiet? When streets that used to buzz with life feel like an empty movie set? When you realize you're living through something your future grandchildren might read about? Now imagine, in that silence, someone knocks on your door, hands you a small leather journal and says, "Marcus Aurelius left this for you." You open it. The pages are old, worn, but the words feel like they were written yesterday. And suddenly, 2,000 years collapse into a single moment. Today, we're going to explore exactly what Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king himself, would do if he were living through our modern pandemic, and more importantly, what he would want you to do. When the world is shaken by fear, uncertainty, and chaos, we don't usually turn to ancient wisdom. We turn to news updates, doom scrolling, rumors, panic conversations. But here's the crazy part. Marcus Aurelius actually lived through something far worse than a modern pandemic, the Antonine Plague, one of the deadliest outbreaks in ancient history. At its peak, historians say it killed 5 million people, including soldiers, farmers, children, entire communities wiped out. Marcus wasn't just a philosopher writing pretty quotes. He was an emperor managing an empire while watching people die every day. And still, he led with calm. He led with clarity. He led with compassion. So today, we're going to step inside his mind. We're going to explore how he would handle fear and isolation, what decisions he'd make about daily life, how Stoicism would guide him through loss, and what messages he would leave for us right now. This isn't just history. This is a survival guide, a mindset reset, a blueprint for anyone trying to stay strong when the world feels fragile. Fast forward to today. You're Marcus Aurelius, but with a smartphone. And instead of plague spreading through Roman bathhouses, you're watching numbers rise on global dashboards. People are arguing online. Some deny what's happening. Some think the world is ending. Everyone is anxious. Everyone is tired. And you feel something creeping in. Not the virus, the mental fog of fear. You check your messages. Are we safe? Is this real? What do we do? How long will this last? Your mind races. How do I protect my family? How do I protect my sanity? How do I stay calm when everything around me isn't? This is where Marcus Aurelius steps in. He writes in your imaginary journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But how do you apply that line in real life? How do you stay calm when the grocery shelves are empty, when the news feels toxic, when every day feels like waiting? That's the problem. That's the conflict. We know what we should do, but we don't know how to live that way. Yet. Imagine this. You're standing in your room late at night. Your phone glows with non-stop updates. Every headline feels like a punch to the chest. You feel trapped inside your own thoughts. Suddenly, you flip open Marcus's journal again. The pages open randomly, but the line you land on stops your breath. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. You read it again, and it hits you. Maybe the real pandemic isn't just outside. Maybe it's happening inside you. Fear spreads faster than any virus. Anxiety infects your mind before symptoms infect your body. Rumors replicate quicker than cells. You realize you can't control the outbreak, but you can control the outbreak inside your own mind. And that's the turning point. Because suddenly you start asking different questions. Not, what is happening to me? But, how should I respond? Not, how long will this last? But, who do I want to become during this time? Not, why is this happening? But, what can I learn from this? Marcus Aurelius whispers across centuries. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. You close your eyes. You breathe, and your entire internal world shifts. So now, let's step into the mind of Marcus Aurelius in a modern pandemic. Number 1. He would control the controllables. He wouldn't argue with reality. He wouldn't refresh news feeds 50 times an hour. He wouldn't complain about restrictions or blame others. He would ask only, what is within my control right now? And he would act on that. Washing hands, keeping distance, protecting the vulnerable, caring for his community, managing his mind. Simple, direct, stoic. Number 2. He would practice calm leadership. Marcus wrote during the plague, "Do not be overwhelmed by events. They happen, you respond." He would focus on giving clear information, avoiding panic, being a steady presence, setting an example instead of shouting orders. He would lead by behavior, not speeches. Number 3, he would strengthen the mind like a muscle. Marcus would turn quarantine into training. He'd wake early, meditate, journal, breathe deeply, reflect on mortality, not to be morbid, but to be prepared. He'd remind himself, each day provides its own gifts, even in crisis, especially in crisis. Number 4, he would help others even when he was scared. This was his greatest lesson. More fear equals more compassion. In ancient Rome, people ran away from the sick. Marcus stayed. He didn't stop caring. He didn't stop serving. He wrote, "What is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bee." Meaning, if your community suffers, you suffer. So he'd check on neighbors, share resources, spread calm, not chaos. Number 5, he would use suffering as fuel for wisdom. Marcus would turn the pandemic into a teacher of patience, of gratitude, of perspective, of impermanence, of resilience, of courage. And he'd probably write a new book, Meditations, Pandemic Edition. So here's the truth. We don't need to guess what Marcus Aurelius would do. We already know. He wrote thousands of words preparing himself and us for exactly these moments. He would stay calm. He would stay rational. He would stay compassionate. He would stay useful. He would stay grounded. He would stay human. And now, it's your turn. If the philosopher king were watching you today, what would he say about the way you're handling your crisis? Before you scroll, before you disappear into another video, think about that one question and tell me in the comments, which Stoic principle do you think would help you most during a modern pandemic? Calm, acceptance, discipline, compassion, something else? I'll be reading every answer. And who knows, your comment might inspire the next video.